everybody, it's Anna. Time for the Thursday card in this week's tarot story. So today we have a major arcana card, so that means it's a life lesson. And this one is Strength Reversed. So the Strength card shows an angel and a lion. And the angel is embracing the lion, and the lion is receiving it and lolling out its tongue, which shows that he's happy to receive. He's submitting to love. And so I think of this card as being a depiction of us offering unconditional angelic love to this wild child, uncivilized part of ourselves. The part of ourselves we were taught needed to be caged up or controlled, because it is sort of, so the lion it's a wild creature, right? And so our minds, because our minds are geared towards survival, anything wild or unpredictable is dangerous to a very raw, like survival-minded mind, right? And so most of us are raised with people who are survival-minded, and our society is survival-minded. So it's like, yeah, we're trying to live, trying to survive, trying to make what we can of the planet. And wildness, unpredictability is considered dangerous. So we are taught to fit into society, we need to hide this part of ourselves. And by the way, that's not a bad thing. I think that's developmentally appropriate, that we go through a time of adulting where we put this lion in a cage or put it out in the field somewhere. Okay, that's true. I think that's part of what we do. Then as adults, when we're ready, we come back to it from a different place. And I think that's the Strength card. We're coming to this wild energy from a place of unconditional love and grace because we're ready to love it. We're at a capacity in our own spiritual walk where we can access this divine love. So I think that because every part of us just wants love, the lion, when it gets this love, it's not violent. It receives it. It enjoys it, right? So this card invites us to establish that relationship, to start freeing up the parts of ourselves that are longing to be free and maybe even do seem violent, because the lion in a cage can be quite violent. But if you let it be free, it's able to be its own natural self. It doesn't really have an interest in harming other people, right? So, and also under the influence of the angel, this love, it can be a very powerful, vital energy that's being offered to us. This came to us reversed. And I'm going to read it this time because of this particular story as we often think of the lion as being active, hunting, running, roaring, right? But the lion actually sleeps a whole lot of the time. Lions are very lazy. I love them. They're my spirit animal in that way. But I think that, so yesterday's card was the Two of Pentacles, which is about finding the right balance so that our energy is renewed constantly. We don't get burned out. We're also not, restless because we're not getting enough energy in the world. We're finding the right combination of rest and activity, right? And I think that in our world, in a world that is very status quo oriented and survival oriented, it is easy to miss the value of rest. So the reversal of the Strength in this case, I think, to me, is about knowing when it's time to rest, knowing that it's not all about activity. It's just that activity is above ground and it's easy to identify. So the mind recognizes activity as doing something. The mind has to be instructed to recognize inactivity as doing something. Like resting is very important. And we can even theoretically agree to that, but you have to energetically agree to it as well. It's not just a theory. And especially if you're someone who's creative or who's innovative or expansive, that means a lot of your time has to be resting, because you're evoking new stuff, right? And also the activity you take when you're creative or innovative is new activity, in the sense we're not repeating old patterns. Repeating old patterns is energetically less costly than evoking new things, okay? So if you are creative, expansive, usually people who are drawn to my work then resting is very important. So I feel like this card invites us to say, you trust the lion. When he wants to roar, you let him roar. When he wants to hunt, you let him hunt. When he wants to rest, you let him rest. So loving the lion means trusting it, not changing it, not caging it, not trying to influence it or change it. I feel like this angel loves the lion as he is, right? So we learn how to love ourselves as we are and to trust that inner genius, that inner compass, which is the intuition's compass, that tells us what we need when we need it. Even if it doesn't make sense, even if the mind says, well, we have all these tasks to do, we should really do those tasks. Being able to say, no, right now, the most important task is resting, and helping the mind see that is a task that we need the mind to increase its understanding of and respect for. So this card was reversed. Don't run around. It's not about running around and roaring and being an impressive lion. Often it's about sleeping, resting, smelling the flowers. So consider how that lesson speaks to you as you are creating your own sense of balance from the Two of Pentacles. See you tomorrow for our final card. Bye.